What's up everybody, welcome back to another video of mine. So the other night I went out with some friends and took some photos of one of my buddy's cars, which is a Mitsubishi Evo X, which is pretty sick. That's my dream car. And I posted some photos on Instagram and everyone was just asking me how I edited those photos. So today, your lucky day, you get to see how I edit these photos in Lightroom. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so we have our first photo here, which is just a rear shot of the car. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of raise the exposure a tiny bit, just get the back of the car all nice and lit up. That looks good. And then you're going to grab the radial gradient. We'll be using this a lot today. And we're going to kind of put it over the car like this. And then you're going to want to make sure the invert is checked off. And then you're just going to play with the exposure. And what that will do is pretty much keep the car bright, but turn the surroundings a bit darker so that the car stands out more. That looks pretty good. Let's go back to the regular adjustments. We're going to boost the contrast by 30. Highlights will bring down. As you can see, that brings some of the tail lights back into the photo. That looks good. Bring the blacks down a bit. And then we'll go to the curve. Just kind of give that bit of an adjustment there. Raise the exposure a bit. There we go. Alright, so go to the color mixer. I want those reds in the headlights or not headlights, tail lights to pop out a bit more, so we'll boost the saturation there. Come to the orange. Okay. Kind of bring that more toward the red side. As you can see, that makes the license plate light a bit more red, and that makes it look pretty cool. Again, boost the saturation slightly there. That looks good. Then we'll go to the blues and see what we can do with that. Probably just, again, boost the saturation slightly. Just make that blue a bit richer. And then we'll add some clarity. Josh. And that looks pretty good. And then we'll add some colors into the shadows. I usually like some darkish blues. Just makes it look a bit more moody. And then highlights, sorry. I don't think I'll touch those. And then the blending, we'll just play with that, see what it does. That looks pretty good. Nice. Alright, that looks awesome. Then we're going to grab the linear gradient. Just bring that up slightly. Boost clarity, bring the exposure down a bit, adjust that. That looks okay. Nice. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. You can check out the before and the after here. Okay, so our next photo here is just one of the tires, more like a side view, I guess. So again, let's boost the exposure. till more of the rim is visible. That looks good. And then same deal, grab the radial gradient, kind of move that around, bring it down here, make sure invert's checked. Bring that down a tiny bit longer. That looks good. I might boost the exposure a tiny bit more. There. Nice. Okay, then we'll boost the contrast. Lower the highlights just a bit. Still want to keep some of that haziness that's in the lights there. That looks good. Bring the blacks down. And then I might make this one more of like a faded look, I guess. Might look cool. Okay. Let's boost the saturation on the blues. Not too blue. It's just blue enough. As you can see, this is changing that little decal on the rim. So it's kind of naturally red, so we'll leave that. Just boost the saturation. That looks nice. Boost saturation of the whole photo up a tiny bit. Take a bit of the yellows out. Alright, I might make this one a tad crazy. Let's see how it goes. Let's put some oranges in highlights. A lot of orange. And then we'll just leave the shadows. We'll just play with the highlights for now. Put that up. Boost the clarity. Boost the sharpness because I want it to be super punchy. Nice. Dehaze it just a tiny bit. Alright, well, I think that looks pretty good, pretty interesting little edit on it. You can see the before and the after. Alright, so the last photo we'll edit is this one. This is probably the favorite one of mine that I took that night. So we will start by just boosting the exposure a bit. And then we'll grab the lovely radial gradient again, because that's all we use. Drop the exposure. You can really see it. I love it. I love it on this one. That looks alright. There. Perfect. Alright, so let's boost the contrast. Highlights will bring down just a tiny bit. Half, I guess, ish. Bring the blacks down. And then we'll just put another slight bend in the point curve. Bring the blues up a bit. I might, if you go to the luminance, that just like is the brightness of the color, I guess. So we'll bring that down, make that blue a bit darker. I want to make the headlights kind of like a bluish, a bright blue, or maybe green. Green looks pretty cool. Let's do green. Put that there. Oof. And put that. That looks good. Bring the clarity up. Put a bit of sharpening. There we go. And then I want to get rid of this little thing right there. So if you go up to grab the healing brush, just tap that, it'll automatically pick a spot to refill that area with. That kind of looks similar to it, so that did a pretty good job. Zoom back out, and then let's grab the linear gradient, bring that up. We will put the clarity up quite a bit, bring the exposure down. That looks nice. Ooh. Now this light in the background, let's see if we can get rid of that with the lovely healing brush. Boom and boom. Kind of work. You can kind of adjust it until you have what you want. That looks alright, hopefully. Now we can zoom back out, and I think that's pretty done. I think it looks pretty sick. You can check out the before and the after. Alright, that'll be it, I guess, for this video. If you liked it, drop a like down below or a comment and tell me what you want to see next, or if you like the photos or the edits. And hopefully I'll be having a few videos coming out soon. Probably just some more car photography stuff, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.